In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear.
Hello.
welcome.
So did that work the way it was supposed to? Was it a little long? Was it good?
I think it did it at the same time. For those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, StreamYard added this new little thing when you click on Go Live and you've already selected an intro video clip. You have the option of clicking Go Live. It'll play the video and you'll go live at the same time. So that kind of messed me up. I didn't know if it was going to do both or if it was going to go live, then play the video in like 5 seconds. But slowly but surely, they are conforming to how we operate.
Yeah, finally.
Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy, hoy. And up. It was Alma's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday. Play her intro music. We really need something for Ryan.
Happy birthday, broader jumper, as she called herself.
She did. She did call herself a broader jumper.
Yeah. And in honor of that,
so, as you can see, our background is orange today. In honor, I don't know if I want to say honor, but I don't know what other word to use, of Reconciliation Day. And that here in Canada is a day where we recognize the absolute pieces of shit that the government and the Catholic Church were to the natives with the residential schools. We won't go into it here. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. If you want to look it up, it is absolutely disgusting what the Canadian government and the Catholic Church did to the Native Americans, Canadians, sorry. And that being said, I feel that the Catholic Church does not take enough heat for what they did, their part in this.
Yeah.
They were funded by the government. Of course, the government paid for these schools and this stuff. But I don't feel we hear enough about the Catholic Church. They have money for reparations. You seen the gold throne that guy sits on? So that's all I really want to say about it. I don't want it to be a huge downer because it is a pretty crappy situation. And really only 3 of us here would know. And that's the Canadians here would know about this. The Americans and what happened with the Native Americans there, that's a whole nother kettle of fish or whatever description you want to use. But that's all I wanted to say about that. So, Alex, anything on that?
You know who really needs reparations at this point?
Have you seen my wiener?
Yes. Oh, and because he's here too.
Wrong.
There you go. So
that's never going to get old.
I don't think it is. So, thoughts on residentials before we continue on?
It should never have happened. At the time, for whatever reason, when they were about to implement this grand plan of theirs, someone should have stopped and said, could this have any negative repercussions in the future? Maybe we should have another meeting about this. But no,
No.
No.
Well, I love the name Tex. I will say this, Tex. I really recommend, and I know what you're saying. I get that. If you have some time, maybe while you're sitting on the shit or something, you should read about the Canadian residential schools. It's actually pretty horrific what happened. So that's where I want to leave it, and we'll move on. Because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer this whole show. But we're going to be more Debbie Downers because I wanted to bring this up. I cannot find the quarterly earnings now. But went to our local co-op today. Local co-op. So our co-op here is a grocery store. I don't know, like you got Sam's Club, and it is a bigger chain, but it's not as big as like a Walmart, let's say, for our American friends. I'm going to read what I bought today and tell you what this ended up costing me. So I bought a little thing of salad, just greens, and with some carrots and radish shavings in it. So 2 blocks of lactose cheese. So those are small. A 400-gram block of old cheese. That's like the thin block of cheese, not the battery size.
Bro, do you even poop?
Well, I made lasagna tonight for dinner. So Kim
Yeah.
needs the lactose. The old cheese is just for my lunch. I have it with pepperoni in my lunch. Okay.
Ooh, Casey, before you go, I'll shout out your channel and show everyone what you're up to. And there's a video of yours that I'm going to watch tonight or tomorrow. So don't go yet. Please continue with your grocery shopping experience.
Okay. Then I had croissants, like a big container of croissants, 1 Bing energy drink, 2 packs of keto wraps, and 2 packages of smoked pepperoni. Cost me $86.52. So right away, the salad, the 2 bars of lactose cheese, and the croissants are basically gone. Because we had the salad with dinner. I used the lactose cheese in the lasagna tonight. And Kim, I made Kim lunch because I was off work today. And there's 1 croissant left. That's it. So right now, and this rest of this will be my lunch, and it's gone for the week. Like I pre-make my lunch. That didn't include going to Walmart to buy peppers and cucumbers for our salad. And what else did I buy at Walmart? I forgot a thing of carrots, those chip carrots for my lunch. So that was also on that $86. Okay.
Inflation is absolutely nailing us
everywhere, and that's $86, and that's only 1 meal for me for lunch and some dinner stuff, and that wasn't even our full dinner. And they wonder why, and so I can't find it now. Of course I can't. I had looked up the co-op's quarterly earnings. They earned $563 million above budget for last quarter.
Wow. And that's with paying their workers in food stamps, I think.
Well, I don't know about co-op, but I know Walmart, that's always been the thing.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. This is from the States. I heard this on the Kevin Nash podcast. Kroger's made $1.3 billion profit last quarter. So I think, the government has their hand in this, but I've said this, you can't find the old show, but I'm sure it would be on the old show with Brody. I said back then, the government needs to start going after these gas companies and food companies and start regulating what they're charging people for food. That's the problem. When a grocery store is making $1.4 billion in earnings above. So that's just like their earnings. That's above like what they made to break even. So
it's a co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ryan.
Now, that being
Absolutely.
said, I strictly fuel up except if we're in Lethbridge at co-op because we get the points back for it. That's all my pharmacy, all my diabetic stuff, my sensors. My kid still uses my number when he's down here. And after a year, I got $500 back.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, that is a nice chunk of change, but for the amount of money that I spent there, I have $500 back. Like, good Lord. My Costco membership, I'm going to go to Costco once a month. We have enough right now. We have over $200 that of the buyback because we got the exclusive card or whatever.
The
So
executive
the
membership.
executive, right? But still, like we did that, and that's a year. And we don't shop, like I fuel up and get all my drugs. Can you imagine what my Costco thing check would have been if everything was strictly Costco?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. And I got a Costco rant coming up. But before I get to that, and before he has to go, if he hasn't gone already, I would like to share Casey's channel and let everyone know what he is currently up to. So WWF Warzone for the Sony PlayStation is the most recent.
Fuck, such a shit game.
This is what I am looking forward to
Doom!
seeing. Doom and Doom 2 on the Sony PlayStation. I was a huge Doom and Doom 2 fan back in the day.
I. Yeah.
So I am looking forward to watching this.
So I will say right now, looking at the top four, all four of those I played the shit out of. California Dreams, Doom, Duke Nukem, and Warzone. Played the shit out of them.
And he seems to be going all over the place with the Sega Dreamcast, the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, the PlayStation, the Sega Genesis. Good. Yes. And this should be a lesson to anyone who's starting out in YouTube. Sure, you can be specific on a particular theme or topic, but there are many branches within that theme or topic that you can explore, and keeping it fresh. And that's exactly what Casey is doing here and now. So this is a great example for people who are stuck in a rut on their channel. Not like us, but if you want to vary your content. And how many... He's got 825 subscribers, and I can't remember if Frank and crew have more or less than that at this point in time.
Yeah, I like Casey's work. I always pop in whenever and I got it set up, Casey. So your stuff comes on my phone. If you and Frankie go live, it pops up on my phone. So I always at least kind of pop in and say, "You suck, Casey," or "I love you," and then I leave. So
This is what sucks when you type in the harsh truth. It goes to videos, and then you have to refine. So 820. Oh.
Uh-oh.
What do they have coming up? I listened to the Scanners review. Very good. Speak No Evil. I like this version. I saw it in the theater, but the original, I think it's Danish. Maybe it's a Danish-Swedish co-production. That I liked a little bit better just for the darker ending. I'm sure Frank is getting a text from Tex right now saying, they're showing our channel. You got to put up something so it looks like we're on the ball with this.
Looks like we're doing shit. Yeah. I was on all over the Jaws one. Actually, and I meant to send this to Frankie. Yeah, that is my phone cover, like in my screen. That's one in the Jaws I'm in. Ah! Hey, open up, you bastard. Hit the wrong button. There you go. That's how into Jaws I am. Yeah, so.
Awesome. Yeah. Sleepaway Camp. Oh!
All right, I'll be there tomorrow. Definitely watching that live. Oh, the end of that movie gave me fucking nightmares.
Yeah,
just the look on her face.
You and everyone else in the right wing.
Yeah, no doubt, right? I see what you did there. So
the Tombstone review was insane for the views. I have no idea what happened on their end, but yeah, it was great.
Oh no! Did you, Casey? Oh. That's upsetting, Casey.
We can kind of afford to buy views, but we don't, and that really shows with our falling subscriber count.
Yeah, doesn't ever.
Yeah. But that's the way
Actually,
it is.
before Casey leaves, he'll know this pain. I don't know who else is a big gamer here, but so I'm playing MLB The Show 2024, and I go hop on it this afternoon, and my files are corrupt. Couldn't play my baseball season. 6 seasons gone. It just the file corrupt. I still have all my stuff, everything that I've all my bats and all my bat skins and my shoes, everything that I've won or got throughout the 6 seasons that I've played, but I lost everything. I've never had that happen to me. Only when a PS4, if I turn it had happened if you turn your machine off before it shuts down properly, it'll corrupt the file. I did nothing like that. I just shut my PlayStation down, called it whatever, and lost 6 seasons of Diamond or not. I mean, Road to the Show. Even my wife was like, oh, because she knows I've been playing it a lot, and she was like, oh, she was like, holy shit. So yeah.
To try and stay positive about it, at least you have the wonderful journey of starting over and going through and experiencing the wonderful gameplay that you have to do all the way up to that point. Then again, to look at it realistically, your life is over half done. So you don't really have all that much time left.
Yeah. Cat knows. Yeah, we've all been there. But it's been a hot minute since I've seen something like I was so mad. I was like, F that. I'm starting over Red Dead Redemption again. That's how pissed off I was. What is that? Oh, cool. Which that's my Christmas plan. I got 2 weeks off of Christmas. And I think I'm gonna start Red Dead all over again.
Nice.
So
I think I get a week off at Christmas. I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, jeez. So
and before Tex goes out to his farm and kills something, I'll show this that Nick shared with me. I thought this was really cool, and I thought of Tex immediately. Here is one of the friends of Nick, his birthday cake.
Awesome, right?
I figured that.
I knew Tex would love it.
Now that is custom made, I assume.
Yes. I'm assuming so. I just saw he posted on his page that is, hi, Oj. Hi, Leo. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, just so you know, Casey, how much better we are than you. We get Boxing Day as well, and that's a stat holiday. So we get 2 days of Christmas. You guys only get the one.
Boxing Day is not a stat holiday.
Some people will get it off. I do. Suck it.
Giggity. I get that off too, but it's not a stat holiday.
Yeah, it's weird how some days are some holidays are stats and some aren't. It's really strange. So, yeah. All right. So, dealer's choice here. Do you want to go with 10 most iconic movie cars or 31 greatest movie sequels?
We're going to go with the cars, but not yet.
Okay.
Because I have become, in my own mind, notorious for mentioning something, telling everyone that we'll go into it more in depth later, and then completely forgetting about it.
Okay, go.
All right. Oh, nice. I won't be on that. Yeah, of course not. This is Texas holiday.
This is Texas Christmas.
October the 10th. Yeah, that is not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday. All right. Do you box other people on Boxing? Yes. When we are in the stores and we really want a deal, we resort to the American style of shopping, as it were. So
you're Black Friday.
Yay, Frank. Hey.
Movies. I just got here in time. We will in a minute. We'll do both because 10, it won't take us long to rip through the 10 cars. So, yeah. But I'll let Alex get his thought out before he.
So Nick had given his little personal anecdote with regards to grocery shopping. I myself, because I had yesterday off, I went to Costco.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, and if you want to lose faith in humanity, I encourage everyone to do the same. It starts in the parking lot. You don't even get to the doors when you have already lost your faith in humanity. Not only are people lining up not quite in the middle of a lane, but close to the middle of a lane with their turn signal on, waiting for someone to finish loading their grocery cart into their vehicle before they get in and take off, and that line can become 3 or 4 cars deep. People are leaving grocery carts in parking stalls. Faith in humanity, gone. Yes, rest in peace, Chris Christopherson. He was 88. He died in his home in Maui, Hawaii, surrounded by his family. And I always love to say this, surrounded by his family. Well, Jesus, I hope he put up a good fight.
Right. On this note, I completely agree with you, Frank. If Otani's still playing baseball, I guess, like Pete Rose said, he should have blamed his interpreter back when he got busted. Gambling on other sports, and he's banned. Greatest hitter ever in the history of the game. Give me a break. Give me an absolute fucking break. And to be fair, I thought Chris Christopherson was dead already. Honestly, I didn't realize he So, now to go on, I'm gonna build on your Costco. So just hold on. What I don't understand is why there's anybody that's parked close to the front, like the doors, like those spots, because it's always a shit show. Like me and Kim always park out in the back, like towards the back. We don't even bother trying to get close because it's such a gong show. It's like I don't understand why people take it and then traffic starts backing up at our Costco because Ma and Pa Kettle don't want to park a little ways away, so they'll sit there and wait. Well, because it's busy, people are going in and out across the crosswalk, right? Oh, we always park off in the back and walk up.
Yeah, it used to be that I would always park on the outer border of the entire parking lot, but now all those spots are taken. So I find myself parking on the street and walking a good 2 minutes to the Costco. And I always find a cart along the way. So I guess that's a little bonus, but still it's not cool. But then they got the scanners, so you're not showing your card to a person anymore. You scan it, which I really like, but they still have people there, so it's not as though a job was lost. But then when you begin your Costco journey, people will leave quarter or half full carts, I kid you not, in the middle of a lane. They will walk away. They'll walk perhaps even around a corner into another aisle to get something, and then come back and put it in their cart. This is where I say let's bring back the trains that go to the concentration. No, I'm not going to go that far. Come on, it's a joke. It's a joke. Come on. And Costco, the one I go to, I can find mostly everything in the same place every time I go. It's changing a little bit here and there, but for the most part, everything is where it should be. So I can get in, maneuver around people, and get out. And I buy enough so that I only have to go once every 3 months. And this time around, that cost me a little over $600. Yep. And I don't like going to Costco anymore. So every time I do, I get my overfill of humanity. So I try and stay burrowed in my hovel as much as I can in the days leading up to and the days after, just to balance it out psychologically. Ooh, yeah, I was wondering about that. It's not a real Hall of Fame if there's not an actual
there
place.
is no, yeah. And I think they're missing. I mean, I realize, well, what they've started to do, which, okay, is kind of smart, is that they bring the Hall of Fame kind of with them. Every big show they do, they set up a whole bunch of old stuff. So it's almost like they got a walking Hall of Fame with them the whole time. So, yeah. Yeah, it's called, Fanatics is working with them now. I can't remember what it's actually called, but there's a fan experience all the time. So
Yes, Alma, I had to deal with that on Sunday. It's like you know how a larger planet has smaller planets orbiting around it? That's exactly the analogy that I would posit for your comment. And thank you to Beverly for
Thank you,
liking us on
Beverly.
Facebook. Thank you so
So
much.
I don't understand is this is what always gets me. Now, when we were children, if you weren't sitting in the cart, though I don't remember that so long ago, was you were holding on to the cart. Like that, there was no, and kids just run. And you'll just see the mom just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Meanwhile, little baby junior son of a bitch is like overthrowing books everywhere. Like it's like your crotch goblin's being a dickhead right now. You want to go deal with that?
Yeah, you want to be a parent?
Parent? Yeah. You want to know now your Costco thing. Back to that for a second. The shopping cart issue drives me mental. Like I'm that guy that if I see a cart, I'll go and if in the middle of the parking lot, I'll go grab it and put it away. Because and happy birthday, Jolene, if she's still here. I forgot to mention that. So it is Jolene's birthday. We're gonna go get shittered in a few weeks together.
Happy birthday, Jolene. And Jimmy Carter, if he does not die tonight, he turns 100 tomorrow.
That's a hell of a run. I'll grab carts because I have a big dent on the side of my truck from a road cart. And I used to move the handicap ones, right? I'd always put the carts away. But I kind of stopped because I know, for instance, like my mother, she instantly wants a cart. My mom's got really bad hips and knees. So she likes to lean on a cart, right? So I kind of started leaving them there. But if in the middle of the parking lot, if my fat ass can do it with one bum leg, your little tiny dumbass can walk it back. And another thing, kids, I'm not marking out to myself. If you see an old person with a cart, offer to take it for them. They'll love you. Like just offer when you're walking by, say, hey man, do you want me to take that for you? Don't always say, oh yes, thank you. Be nice, be a good human.
Yes, and thank you to Susan for liking us on Facebook. Nick's mom, thank you so much.
Oh, I just talked about my mom. Hi, Mom.
And Frank brings this up. I was going to bring up the Cartnarks guy. Alma, you should join Cartnarks.
Yeah, and then you can cuss them out.
Pendejo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, that's how we all are. Anybody my age goes to the Eddie Murphy when Ricky's cursing out Lucy. Yeah, curse the bitch out. Remember? Yeah, Eddie, curse the bitch out.
Oh, she put it. She corrected herself, but she also outed herself. So I'm gonna give her when I can find it. Jesus, starting to lose track of
we got a lot of shit.
Where the hell it is. Oh no, I've lost it. I can't see it. Oh, I got it. Uh-oh, we got to convert to Cartnarks. I hope they give us a commission for it.
Yeah. All right. So I will say for our Costco, though, they definitely rip through people fast. Not in the Terrifier way. Don't get excited there, Tex. But like you'll walk in, there are times that line is all the way back to the meat. So our Costco is set up the exact same way as the Prince George one. For reference. I don't know if yours is the same as Prince George, but ours is.
Pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, they'll be all the way back to the meat department. And usually by the time me and Kim are done, they've cleared it all up. So they're very fast. Yeah. And $1.50 for a hot dog, you can never go wrong. With a pop.
Someone said Terrifier?
I could see Texas-sized boner from here. He's 6'3", so he's got to have a hog on him. So,
I'll take the fall, eh?
She doesn't sound like that. Now, Bolo, on the other hand, yes.
No,
I loved in the background, like we'd be gaming, and the kids would be acting up, and Bolo would be like, "Hey," and with the thick Mexican, the Spanish accent, it's like, ha ha ha, maybe cussing them out. I love it.
See, I think it's funnier when I reverse the vocal role. So Alma sounds like this, eh? And Polo sounds like this. You know? Ja, ja, ja.
Holy crap. So, I'm going to pry just a tiny bit into your Costco shopping. Like, I'm assuming. So you probably bought laundry detergent, Dryer sheets, no. Protein powder,
No.
wow. What were the big ticket items that you bought? Like meat?
Yeah, I bought ham and frozen blueberries and
Wow.
almonds and pumpkin seeds. Those are big ones. Sauerkraut, of course, because they have my favorite brand. You know, if we were to be sponsored, I would happily be sponsored by a particular brand of sauerkraut called Wild Brine
Yeah,
sauerkraut.
but we're not, so fuck them right now.
No, never ignore the possibility that a sauerkraut company will give you a
Can you
sponsorship.
imagine?
So
Could you imagine?
we're
Alex
hoping.
and the Garbage Man, brought to you by this sauerkraut.
Wild Brine sauerkraut.
Wow. Okay.
It tastes awful and it works. Wait a minute, we can't say that.
So that, okay, so honestly, I was waiting for you to say you bought like laundry detergent and all that shit, but that is disgusting. Wow.
Now, when I was in line at Costco, they have at the one I went to, I think they got 14 cashier lanes, never mind the self-checkout. Can you imagine how many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars that Costco takes in every year?
Yep.
Can I say new heist movie plot?
Like where your head's at. Frankie, Tex, let's get to work on it.
Yeah. No, we can't turn that into a horror movie. It's got to be a straight heist.
Oh, dude, I'm a whore. I wouldn't tattoo. I would put a sticker right across my forehead if it's gonna give me a couple $100. Every show, like brought to you by Tide, right across my head.
Reese's peanut butter cups. We're looking at you.
Yeah, I'll whore myself. I'll wear like the peanut butter costume.
Yes, I've got a virtual screen back here. It could be covered with Reese's peanut butter cups and Wild Brine sauerkraut, which is a strange combination, but I have eaten both in the
weird
one sitting. Yeah,
that's nasty.
it is. So Costco rant over. Cars.
Cars in cars. Na, and doing some stuff. And oh, there's a car. And there is the car, generally.
Car.
So yeah, generally, of course, is on there. So can we? Okay, no one gets to hold on. I do not know the cars. Take a guess. Okay, I'd say generally, DeLorean, Christine, Starsky and Hutch's car. Did I say Bandit?
No.
The Bandit, Ghostbusters, Herbie.
Back to the Future. Oh no, you said DeLorean
I
already.
said DeLorean, yeah. Christine.
What about? Did you say TV shows as well?
It says top 10 iconic movie cars. So maybe Starsky and Hutch might or may not. See, but Kit wasn't a movie. Yeah. Did they do a Knight Rider movie?
I don't think so.
Okay. I wanted to list a bunch of them and see which ones we missed. Let's kind of throw them out there. Yeah, because movie cars. So yeah, of course the GOAT. I agree. So James Bond, the Aston Martin. Okay, fair enough. I'm okay with that. The DeLorean, of course.
Of course.
Oh, the Bullet Mustang. Steve McQueen's. Yeah, this isn't the exact picture, is it? From Bullet?
I don't think so, but it's close. Now, before you go on,
We'll go ahead.
Frank resorted to his Spanish roots when he said generally instead of General Lee. So Frank gets one of these.
And
Frank pulled an Alma.
And dear Frank, you're the movie guy. There was a Dukes of Hazzard movie, that terrible movie with Stifler and Johnny Knoxville, but Jessica Simpson was very Roll Tide in it. So there was a movie. Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, good point, Tex.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. There's the Bandit. Though the rims are not right, I will say, but the rest is. Well, that's the wrong picture. That's Dom's car. That because it even says the General Lee right there. That is not. That is. Yeah, you couldn't have put a picture of the General Lee. God. Okay, that's not iconic. The Italian Job, the Mini Cooper. I'll
It
argue
was a
that.
decent movie, though.
Yeah, but an iconic car. You're gonna put that car up there with the General Lee and the DeLorean?
Yep.
Oh, you're crazy. 1970. That's like, give me a break. That's like a 2013. Ugh. Vanishing Point. I've never seen Vanishing Point, to be honest.
Me neither.
Okay. Ah, the Batmobile. I do like this Batmobile.
That's how I spell it too, Tex. Gay.
Oh, the spider from Fears, blah, blah, blah. Words, English, hard. Yeah, but then it showed a picture of Dom's car. Bail. Mad Max. That's not even, they couldn't even put the proper car on there.
They can't even take a screenshot. Oh, I guess copyright and stuff.
Lazy booking. So, yeah,
Dumb.
I guess you got me there. All right, let's
Dumb,
go.
fake, and gay.
Okay, all right, let's go into this because we'll rip through this quick. All right. Movies that prove that they were good, the sequel. Now, this goes to the argument to Star Wars. Is Empire considered a sequel or is it part of a trilogy from Scream 3?
Part of a trilogy.
Yeah, I agree. So technically, this is this Mad Max technically a Clerks 2. Okay, Clerks 2 was pretty awesome. I did like that one with Tom Hardy, though. I haven't seen the newest one yet, but I like the one with Tom Hardy.
The newest one, it's okay. You gotta get over Chris Hemsworth's choice of vocal style, but I think it suits the character.
Okay. Police Story 3, Super Cop.
This is such a great movie.
Is it? Okay.
Yes. Incredible fight scenes. And Michelle Yeoh is in it too.
Blade 2? I never saw Blade 2.
I did. It was okay.
Okay. Magic Mike XXL. Never saw it.
Never saw it or the original.
Yeah. Wrath of Khan. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute. Like, I was probably 80s when I saw it.
Khan.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Yeah, that's actually Brody's favorite Friday or Nightmare. Or the New Nightmare. Yeah, that's Brody's favorite.
All Jackie Chan movies are at the very least pretty good. Some are incredible.
Entertaining, right? Like for what they are.
Yep.
Glass Orient, A Knives of Mystery. I've never seen it.
Glass Onion?
Sure.
You are wearing glasses.
I am. I'm just reading them really quick.
Okay.
Army of Darkness? Yeah. But
Fucking
that's not a
it.
trilogy. That's not a sequel. That's the third movie.
That's the third. Yeah.
Yeah. Creed. I didn't mind Creed, but again, it's not a sequel. Back to the Future 2. Now, is that a trilogy?
Yeah, part of a trilogy because 2 and 3 were filmed at the same time.
Yep. Toy Story 3. Again, that's not a sequel, but awesome movie. The Hugsel fucking Lotso Bear can go fist himself. Bastard. Winter Soldier is probably my favorite movie out of the Marvel universe.
Nice. Yeah, very
solid,
good choice.
Solid movie.
Yep.
The Matrix Resurrections. I liked it. Pete, you didn't like it. A lot of people shit on it. I didn't mind it.
I thought it was all right, but that's part 4.
Yeah, that's again, yeah, not the first 2 I enjoyed. The third one was like dog shit. But Dawn of the Dead.
Nice.
Very nice. Avatar Way of the Water. It was basically Avatar in water.
Yeah, I didn't care for it too much.
Or Sunset, I've never seen.
I did. It was pretty good.
Logan was all right.
I liked it. Very good. Good ending.
22 Jump Street, never saw it.
Yeah, okay.
Aliens, Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, now that fits the mold. It's a
Yes.
sequel and it's better. Well,
Yeah.
better. It's very
Now, did you? I think Chadney shared it with me, but Chad's gay and not here. Gay.
good. Yeah.
Gay. There was a podcast that talked about what if, or was it Cole? Either way, it's Aliens is actually Die Hard, but from the view of the alien, the xenomorph. Think about it. These guys came into their area. He's running through the ducks trying to stay safe and killing off these people who he believes are terrorists. It's like, that's actually a good spin on it. I know it's ridiculous, but I get it.
It is ridiculous, and the premise is flawed because the alien invaded the what's the name of the location?
Permits to it, yeah, because he went in, he hit the guy in the face there when,
Yeah, he invaded the place. He didn't, originate from there.
True.
Yeah.
This one was good again, but do you want to call it a trilogy? This was good with Doc Ock. It's awesome.
Part of a trilogy.
Yep. All these newer Planet of the Apes are pretty solid. I enjoyed them.
I
I've enjoyed them.
Yep.
I've not seen the newest one. Maverick was awesome.
Frank gets such a boner over this one.
Dude, you stole my line. I was gonna say I had such a boner over this movie. When they found the F-14, I was like, yes! I'm such a fangirl. The Last Jedi.
And boner lost.
Boner is gone. Return of the King. That is not a sequel.
Part of a trilogy. But,
and The Two Towers was better, in my opinion.
Perhaps. Ooh, 2049.
Never saw it.
I liked it. It's visually, it's stunning and it's made very well, but story-wise, I don't know. I think I would watch it again though in a few years when I have, Alzheimer's and dementia from watching too many movies.
Fair enough. Dark Knight was awesome. Again, trilogy though, but what a movie. Godfather Part 2, part of a trilogy, but again, better than the first. Yeah, so that's the thing. If you're going better than the first, Dark Knight was better, Godfather 2 was better. Terminator 2 was better. So those are 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom.
Terminator 2 was so much better and far above the original, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And look at the difference in quality between the first and the second, not just special effects, but camera wise, like a grain of film and film stock, just incredible differences.
Yeah, most definitely. Yep. I remember I've seen all these old, but dude, I was like 10, 11 when I saw these. So I can't give a yay or nay.
I watched all of these old Universal monster movies either last year or the year before. And Bride of Frankenstein is pretty good. The Invisible Man, though, that for its time is incredibly well done.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, there it is. Empire. Like the best. I know. No, I'm not. It pops up on everything. Maybe my wife is. But Empire is, to me, because I think this is the best sequel ever.
Hey Siri, buy a Yeti.
She can't hear you.
Siri, buy a Yeti.
Road. No, no. I disagree. Good movie, but yeah. So.
Hey Tex, speaking of Rob Zombie, I watched 31 recently from 2016. A good vehicle for Rob Zombie, but even better for Richard Brake. Man, he did so well in that movie. That is such a good movie for Richard Brake. I wish I would have seen that a few years ago, but then again, I'm glad I saw it now because I've seen him in a few other projects, and Jesus, he was the best part of the movie by far. So I do recommend, if you're a Rob Zombie fan and you have not seen 31, please do watch it.
One last thing. I'm gonna take your thunder here. For gym stuff, but this is just someone being stupid. Why he left the gym, and this would just blow my mind if I saw someone actually doing this in the gym. Watch. Throwing a football in the gym, a full gym at that. Like, oh, people are so stupid. Anyways,
nice. Thank you for contributing to that movie, because good movie. And Rob Zombie, his style of cinematography, even though he's not a cinematographer, it's all handheld, it's shaky cam. And for some of the stories that he tells, it works very well. It's very gritty, which I like. Yeah, I'll give you that since you corrected yourself early. Now, before we get to Karens and stupid people, I want to bring the vibe down. I want to destroy it. I want to...
Oh, great. What list are we going to do now?
Make you lose faith and hope in the future. So everyone, please mind your volumes, meaning turn it down, for this is dystopian story time. "21 insiders share industries secretly on the verge of collapse." Now, they took to Ask Reddit. Now, there are no sources cited as to who exactly these people are, so take it with many grains of salt. Not so much that it's going to raise your blood pressure, but just enough grains of salt that you can taste the despair in your mouth. Number 1. Most municipal water supplies in the U.S., especially in Florida and New Orleans. I work in the industry. It's terrible. Ooh, who the hell are you? But it would be interesting, if true, just how close to collapse these industries are, municipal water supplies in the United States. This one is what we're dealing with right now. Number 2, factual information on the internet. Barring this show, yes, factual information is on the verge of collapse. There's a churn of AI-created content that's being taken as fact and used as the basis for new articles and content. Sifting through information to validate it is already too much effort, which I have said before, for many, and will only become more difficult. Definitely true, in my opinion.
Most definitely.
And thank you, Alma, for liking us on Facebook. All right. Anyway, number 3. Publicly traded companies constantly pushing for rising profits. I have an analogy for this. Production quota has tripled and it is unsustainable. You have to make more every quarter than the last. Otherwise, it's failing or considered to be failing. This is almost every single publicly traded company. Corners being cut, profits maximized, employees compromised. It's endlessly happening. I liken this to having a job at a car dealership where if you sell 4 cars in a month, then the next month you have to sell 5. Month after that, 6, and then 7, and then 10, and then 12. And then it's not sustainable. So then you get fired. Dumb, fake, and gay. You got anything to say about that, Mr. Garbage Man?
No, roll on.
Okay. Number 4, the Colorado River as the main water supply for 3 states with major cities. I don't know if this picture was taken recently and how to compare it to past pictures. So this one is kind of in question for me, but kind of terrifying if true. Number 5, this one applies to Canada as well. The young child care industry. Increased regulation to make facilities safer, which is a very good thing, has the unintended consequence of increasing costs for owners. You now need more teachers who have training and certification, not to mention the patience and stamina to work with young kids all day, which is a learned skill in and of itself. The pay is comparable to fast food, which means it's trash without the benefits,
Just
even
shit.
more trash.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of like being an employee at a Walmart.
Which is
Owners
shit.
have to find a way to pay teachers enough to retain them while keeping costs down so parents can afford to send their kids. It's near impossible without an infusion of government investments. All true. This one is probably the closest to actually being on the verge of some kind of collapse. You got any anecdotes about this one?
I have I can imagine dealing with other people's crotch goblins when I could be just be flipping burgers instead. So continue.
Whoever made this list.
Yeah. See, to me, the problem is I see you're breaking it down right now, and we're going over it, and we're listening to with our audience. People are just gonna read this and be like, "Oh my god, we're all gonna die!" Ah! Like that's the problem.
Hence the exaggerated intro.
Okay.
Number 6, antibiotic effectiveness. There is some truth to this one. When you take antibiotics, yes, you get over the infection, but infections and viruses mutate, so then they overcome those antibiotics, and you've got to try and create new antibiotics, and then it becomes a never-ending game of not risk, but a game, a struggle. Yeah. Number 7, Rio Grande. I've never been there. I imagine Texas is pretty close. The levees in El Paso's Upper Valley are old and in need of repair and will fail in a major flood. I don't know how many floods there are in the Rio Grande, so maybe someone can chime in on this if they're anywhere near it and tell us if it's full of crap. Number 8, literally all infrastructure in North America. Frank, you chimed in earlier, but please chime in on this one. The majority of underground infrastructure, pipes, water lines, sewer systems has all been completely ignored in terms of maintenance and has been totally ignored in terms of budgeting, replacing the assets. Here in Canada, we have that kind of problem where replacing pipes is very, very costly, and it takes a lot of time to dig them up, which means closing off streets and roads and diverting traffic, and it's a huge hassle. Infrastructure, okay.
Yeah, and it's same here. Calgary just had a huge water main break, and they just finally got it to where people can use water again properly. So I completely agree with that one, that it is a problem.
Now, a scary byproduct of this is drinking water, and how often are the pipes replaced? Because they should be replaced every, I don't know, 10, 15 years. I'm definitely not an expert on this, obviously. I hope they get flushed with a cleaning solution every, year or so. Stop. Okay, you've had your say on this. Let's get back to the stupid. Don't bring the real world into this, even though that's exactly what I'm doing here. Makes no sense. I know. And speaking of flushing pipes with cleaning solution, and this isn't an anecdote, I bought a water cooler on Craigslist 10 years ago, secondhand. Now, to be fair, I did wipe down the internal components and wash those removable components every few months. However, I did not run a cleaning solution through the water cooler, and I definitely should have. And by the time I woke up to this fact 10 years later, I immediately replaced the water cooler, and that was in May. And since then, I've been feeling a little bit healthier. So there.
Excellent.
Yes. So very important to keep everything you use clean. Absolutely everything. That's not me. I've had enough of that. Yeah. Now let's get back to this politically charged list that I brought up. All right. Number 9, the Ogallala Aquifer. So Kansas and Nebraska have endless fields of wheat and corn. They do that by drilling wells to one of the world's largest aquifers deep under the Midwest. There isn't enough consistent rainfall in those areas for all those crops. So well water makes up the difference. But we're draining it and it can't be replenished. Once it's drained, it's Dust Bowl 2.0 and no more large-scale farming in the Midwest. So any of you who are looking to invest in stocks for large companies regarding large-scale farming, now would be the time to start looking around at where else in the United States has enough acreage for large-scale farming and invest in those companies. Number 10. In Lowell, Massachusetts, there's a bridge called the Rourke Bridge, and I looked this up. If you type into any search engine, Lowell, Massachusetts, Rourke Bridge, one of the first examples or results will be from the township or city of Lowell about this particular bridge and its replacement project. And currently, I don't think there are any projects to replace the bridge going on right now. So this is kind of a scary thing for people who live in this particular part of the world. Having to, ooh, Jesus.
Wow.
That is scary. I don't know that we here in the Lower Mainland have, well, we have to an extent where there are restrictions on washing your car and watering your lawn, but that's about the extent of it. Have you had this at any point in time?
We had it at the beginning of the year, but then we got so much rain it didn't last long.
Ah.
Yep.
You're lucky.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Number 11. The food chain. Ooh, biomass, insect biomass in particular, has apparently declined by 47%, and abundance has declined by 61.5% over the last 35 years. I'm sure someone will argue those numbers, and that's fine. Maybe it's 30%, maybe it's 25%, maybe it's 50%. Regardless, it's declining.
Maybe it's the Bilderberg. Anyways.
I'm on well water. Nobody's restricting me. Yeah, until somebody drills a hole into your well and urinates into it. Hope you boil your water. Yeah.
When they have poops in it too. So you think you got chocolate milk, but it's really poo.
This quote-unquote insect apocalypse is very bad. It's bad. It's not good. It's bad. It's very bad. Did Trump write this list because it's bad? And many biologists agree that we're entering our planet's 6th mass extinction. Sounds like scare tactics. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's due to the argument of the numbers. Number 12. I don't know if this is photoshopped or AI generated or what, but the Garrisenda, one of 2 remaining 12th century towers in Bologna, Italy. This is not a world ender, but if you look at the picture, there are ropes going around. Oh, maybe those are power lines. Never mind. But the point is they look like they're leaning from this angle. So if they fall over, well, it messes up the town of Bologna, and that's about it.
Well,
So,
that
yeah.
would be no Bologna now, wouldn't it?
Oh, that was great. And this is for you.
Thank you.
I got 3 inline. Wow. That's pretty cool. 3 inline filters. Now, where did you get those and how much are they? Don't tell me InfoWars. No. I'm not going to believe that. Nope. Anyway, number 13, this one, the Florida citrus industry, specifically oranges. There is a fungus that is spreading and infecting groves across the state. Here in British Columbia, we can relate to that because of the beetle kill that decimated the lumber industry in the past 15 years.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
15. No, that started before I left.
Ooh, Jesus, 20.
Yeah, 20. Yep.
20 plus. And
Yep.
I don't hear much about it anymore, so I think it has slowed down, but I could be wrong. But there's no way to kill this particular fungus. The only solution is to cut down all citrus trees within a certain radius of an infected tree. Oof. Many farmers are choosing to sell their farm rather than try to start all over. And this is where big companies will come in,
Yep.
buy up the farm for very little money, clean it up because they have the money, plant their own, and they'll stock it with low paid workers, and the cycle continues. Internet security. This one is interesting if true. I have no idea. Keeping our information safe and keeping the internet lights on, both of those are apparently on the verge of collapse. Some predict. Some, you mean this is the Fox News, some people are saying
Yeah.
a 24-hour worldwide shutdown could be cataclysmic, and this whole system is being held up by toothpicks. Sounds a little exaggerated, but it would be interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like that fear-mongering stuff right there.
A little bit. Oh, that's something you got to see to believe. I was listening, unfortunately, because I didn't have the time to sit down and watch. I apologize, but you did allude to it, and I thought to myself, oh my God, I got to look at that. So I will look at that when this is over. Yeah, he wore a tinfoil hat. He plays into it so well. It's great. Every time I go to a drugstore, it feels like we lost a war.
Oh, I
Well,
don't know what war he's talking about.
yeah, that helps no one. I go to a drugstore or pharmacy and the shelves are fully stocked and
All the time.
everything's fine.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time.
So this is one of those anonymous Reddit silly posts.
Yeah.
So don't believe that one. This one is interesting. I had no idea if this is true or not. There is a waste product of burning coal called fly ash. We use it in concrete. It makes the concrete better and cheaper. Nobody is building new coal power plants. Nobody? Text, please chime in. Tell us of all your friends who own and are building coal plants. And the old ones are shutting down. It's getting harder and harder to source the ash. If we have to source it from far away, like China, the transportation costs erase the cost saving. We can get the same concrete with just cement and added chemicals, but it's more expensive. In 10 years, we probably won't be using it at all. I wonder, because this relates to infrastructure, how that is going to affect roads in the United States. And I was in Seattle in August, and their roads were great and beautiful and fantastic, and at least 4 lanes wide, if not 6 at times, which was just a mind blower for me.
Yeah, whenever we go back to Prince George, BC, as soon as I hit that 2-lane highway, I'm just like, because I'm 4-laned everywhere, right? Like, I don't take a lot of 2-lane highways. So
bees, no, not the bees! Oh, my eyes! Ah! Wicker Man, Nicolas Cage. We are losing bees at an alarming rate. I feel that this information has been going around for a few years now.
A long time.
Yeah, and among the things that bees inadvertently or by way of just existing help produce are chocolate. So if all the bees go, we got no more chocolate and apparently no more coffee either. So this is why more people should become beekeepers. You need a job, become a beekeeper. You heard it here first on Alex and the Garbage Man.
It would be a good business to get into.
Three more. Without human intervention, your local energy grid is only about 6 to 24 hours away from complete collapse, depending on how greedy the utility company is in terms of automatic backups. This one would be interesting to do some research on and discover whether this is full of shit, somewhat exaggerated, or totally true.
Okay, read that beginning again. Without
human intervention.
Yeah, your local energy grid is only about... Oh, fuck off. like the way that reads, it makes it sound like there's somebody sitting there at all times, like making sure everything. Oh, fuck off! This is actually annoying me.
One would think that with the surge of AI, that would help relieve some of that pressure for human eyes to be on the system watch all the time. Number 19, a lot of subscription services, not just streaming services. Interesting. There's a very real panic going on. Well, I work. Well, who are you? And a lot of these companies, because they build their entire network and service at a loss, that, interesting if true, funneled hundreds of thousands of investor dollars into a product with the idea that they would raise the price after and make it all back after getting a foothold. That is very interesting information for anyone who wants to get into the subscription and streaming service industry to try and make a profit. You got to keep this in mind. You start at a loss. Very interesting.
To go on what Ryan said right there, like there's operators for hydro dams and new. Yeah, the way I'm reading that though, it's almost like they're saying like it's like that. I'm trying to think of the movie. The only for some reason the reference pops in is when in Die Hard 3, or was it Vengeance? Is that the third one?
Four.
Well, no, I'm thinking of one when they got to him and Samuel L. Jackson got to balance the water, and they got to get the water just right so it doesn't blow up.
Three.
It's like, 3. Okay, it's like that's what they're describing as the energy. Like, oh, it's right on the cusp, and we put too much water, and it's gonna explode. Anyways, please continue and get this shit over with.
You start every business at a loss. It's called overhead. Perhaps, depending upon your investors, if they got lots of money and they really trust you, you're not exactly starting. Well, okay. All right. You got a point. I'm looking at it from not a business owning perspective. Number 20, the Los Angeles court reporter system is apparently on the verge of collapse. Among many other county services like the health, this is a big one, the Health Department of Los Angeles. You can add several county IT systems to that list. Well, if you believe guys like Frank, Los Angeles is going down anyway. So who the hell cares, right?
Right.
And finally, the education system feels like it's barely holding on. I know so many teachers who are noping out of that field. Considering some of the cell phone video footage I've seen in classrooms and schools in the past 5 years, yeah, I would nope out of being a teacher in this day and age too.
Yeah, no thanks. Hard pass.
Yes.
Hard pass.
Don't mean to alarm y'all, but we're all going to die.
Yes. So this was provided by Alma, just so you guys can, save the boobies. Boobies. Thank you. All right. One more thing before we get to our videos. I'm trying to find out what this is because this is awesome. This is something with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in, I don't know if those are books or videos, but it's in a chainsaw. And I'm looking everywhere to see if this is a thing or like you could buy it like this or this was a homemade venture. But yeah, I can't even really see what the hell that is. But that's definitely a chainsaw, but that is pretty badass right there.
That's great.
Yeah. So, all right. To videos.
I'm ready for the apocalypse. Let's do yeah, of course you are.
Yeah.
Guns and chainsaws and 6'5", so you can see hordes of people coming from miles away. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm dead on arrival, and Nick will last probably a few days once the apocalypse starts. Because, people from Calgary will flood out of the city into the towns.
I'm sorry to interrupt. It is the 50th anniversary. This is a box set you can buy now. Or soon in pre-order.
Yes.
There it is right there. That is Awesome. Tex. I just blew my Canadian load.
It was thick like maple syrup, you know?
Yeah, and it smells like Timbits and Tim Hortons coffee. Wow.
Ew.
All right, proceed.
Stupid people. And in the gym. Because we love the gym.
We do.
Ego lifter doing squats with no collars.
You deserve every minute of that. The only thing you deserve more was for it to fall on your toes. Asshole. Oh.
That makes they can't sell you an actual chainsaw, I guess. Insurance and stuff.
That is awesome.
Ooh, a limited edition.
Oh,
Nice.
for fuck's sakes.
Let's look at this one more time, just so we all understand the importance of not overloading a barbell and using collars. Worth every penny.
I hate it.
So, Frank, are you going to get that for Tex for his birthday?
Go Tex. It's your birthmas. Okay.
Oh.
Hold on. Where is that? There it is. Okay, there's that. There's that. Oh. All right.
What do you mean you don't have the money? You're a strong, independent American. What do you mean you don't have the money?
Wow.
You do e-transfers? Oh, Frank, why you got to be such a meanie when he's in his most fragile state?
No. Speaking of fragile. All right, this is a short clip. Maybe you guys have seen this one. I had to mute it because there's music going on. So, there's a young lady here on a train. Judged by the words over here, she's not in Kansas there, Chief. So, what have we always been told in moving vehicles? Keep arms and extremities in the vehicles, correct?
At all times.
This also goes for your whole body. Now, here she goes. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Ooh.
Now, look at. She's out. And he's still filming her. Like, she is out.
But she's still holding on.
Now, my thing, honestly, I thought about when I watched this video was, when she got hit, she tensed. Right? Because she hit her head, right? So you've seen fighters when they get hit, they just stiff like a board, right?
Yeah.
So, but it takes look at, and then he finally, oh shit. So now where she screwed up was right about here.
No, I think the start of the video is where she
Well,
screwed
that
up.
too, because that's where the idea, but there, the train is moving. And she's over there like a whole new world. Oh. Wow. Let's back that up just to look at this. Oh, yes. I love. Ouch, right?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Remember to do it the other way too to balance out the bend in the spinal cord.
So you should have got a reverse, and he could have knocked your head the other way, and then and then it would have probably worked itself out, I think.
And your chiropractor would have been proud of you.
I think so.
Jesus wept.
Oh my God, Jerry! Oh my God!
And that was your fucker on to find out.
I predict a whole lot of brain in her future.
Right?
Yes.
I hope she likes getting coloring books for Christmas. Just saying. Good Lord.
Driving. Passing on the left. And mute. So this guy, he's in a residential neighborhood.
So doing a nice speed.
Yep. He's probably going 20 kilometers an hour in a lane as opposed to 50 on a road.
Yep.
And
I'm
for whatever
quite
reason,
okay with this.
For whatever reason, I told myself that this is Tex's truck and this is his dash cam. Now, him being in North America, he is on the right-hand side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
He is traveling, and his house is upcoming on the left. And driving, slowing down to make the turn, and whoa, I'm going to pass on the left.
In a residential.
Yes. And rear cam view said moron in the background, and he's going to pull up to pass like this is a highway or something. Yep.
Wow.
You can't escape it, not even in the suburbs.
I almost had that the other day. I was on running the loader on Friday, heading to another pile of dirt we had to move. And I was just about to turn to head north, and this truck passed me, followed me all the way down the road. I had my four ways on, my beacons on. I'm cruising as fast as I can go on the loader. And of course, I'm just about to turn my signal and go to turn, and he passes me. I would have won that because I was in a loader. Just saying.
Speaking of loading, El Campeon doing barbell shrug and mute for copyright.
Of course.
Yeah, he's got to do his little warm-up slap there. So he puts on one belt, but because it's the champion, he's got to do more than one. I think he's got 3 on at that point. And he's doing all the plates in the world. Yeah, look at that. That's how you psych yourself up. Man, if Chad could see this now, he'd pass out. Yeah. That's the kind of work ethic you get from El Campeon. Anyway, stupid people hurting themselves.
I'm so sorry.
Now, he said he was sorry, but he kept going.
The van shouldn't have went either because there was a guy in the crosswalk. Sorry, I was coughing. So, see, like,
I'm so sorry.
Yes, that was a can he was standing on. Thank
Hey,
you so much,
Alma.
Alma. Buenos noches. Gracias.
Moochie moochie, dude.
What?
I think that's Japanese, but all right.
That's what you say in Japanese when you pick up the phone to say hello. You say mushy bush.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that.
We've
one.
shown that before, I think.
Numerous times. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know how he expected that to end. Like, we all as humans should know the limits for which we jump, and that was a good.
A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
You.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh God. gosh.
All of that completely preventable if everyone just stayed home.
Yes, just stay home.
But if you did that, we wouldn't have content. So we thank you for hurting yourselves for our temporary amusement.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We do. And because I've got a glut of gym-related stupid people, this is a guy named Diesel Weasel Max. He is at the base of his driveway doing deadlifts, bent over rows, and bicep curls. Well, it says on the street, but not exactly on the street. Yeah, and look at that back arch. Ooh, it's a good thing he's young, or else he would have broken something by now. Hitch like Will Smith. Attaboy, walk away.
And we're on the street so everybody can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy would just run him over. You're dumb.
And the final idiocy. Yep, bicep curls. Whole body bicep curls.
Wow. Well,
he failed. I'm so surprised. And you get one of these for doing that.
awesome.
And that's saying something because Tex is from Texas.
Most definitely is.
Oh, why? What? How? Why? How does someone not know that they're doing something so stupid? Okay, I got one more. This is another ego lifter. He's doing squats. This is narrated by Louis Marco, L-U-I Marco. You can find him on YouTube.
Squats have always been a milestone building exercise for the quads, and the range of motion like displayed here by Tom Platz or my countryman Ben Pakulski is rather very important. Now we have these guys from Sharjah, which is a kingdom, a small one in the UAE, on a daily trying to accomplish the same very task with a humongous weight, to be exact 400 kilograms, baby. Please look at that. The range of motions will be absolutely insulted in a major way. Is this range of motion or range of moron, for God's sake?
Oh, look at the
What
bar.
are you doing, fellow humans? You are disappointing me. I mean, if aliens are looking at us right now, they're saying, damn you, we will not even contact you. All you have done is bent pretty much a barbell that is used for chest press.
I wonder, because they damaged gym equipment, do they have to pay for it now?
They should have to.
I would think so.
You use it for a freaking squat and you destroy it. What an accomplishment. What an accomplishment. Damn you, not to be saluted. This probably is the worst squat I've ever seen on the internet. And you do.
Look at how his body is shaking.
Yep.
That's his nervous system under an extreme amount of stress.
Do this.
But the good news is, he's got collars on.
Yeah, and you got collars on. Bravo.
And you pretty much proud of yourself, bro. Look, I bent the freaking barbell. Damn you, ahmaq ghabi. Ya lal hamaqah wal ghaba. Not to be saluted. Not to be saluted. You do this in modern time. This actually really perpetuates the notion of meathead. It is not to be saluted. Zero amount of salutations are laid upon you. Not even slightly, not even a daily.
Wow.
Yeah, I left the commentary in there because I like what Louis Marco had to say. Shout out to Louis Marco.
Before we do the last bit here, just so a little nostalgic for us who weren't there. There's home. It is at Snow in the Mountains, September 27th. So Tex and Frankie, if you're still here, this is mine, Alex's, and the Reverend Ryan's hometown. This is probably taken by, it's hard to say. I'd say probably by the school there, the high school.
Okay.
Judging by the trees. If I had to guess, or maybe, no, maybe that's Mountain Road. Not Mountain Road, I mean Morphe Lake Road. But yeah, that mountain is like right in town. And there's that's our home. So,
well, now let's be clear. He's not saying the mountain itself is our home.
That area is, sorry.
We're not that kind of nomadic people, I assure you.
Yeah. All right, we're down to 2. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
That's racist.
They're hiding in the trees. Yeah.
They hit you with their hockey sticks and maple syrup.
Say, how's it going, eh? Afterwards. But you know who isn't saying how's it going? These people. Have you ever been so peeved at someone who had quoted you a particular price for a job, then they see what is actually needed for the job and they quote you something higher, and then in retaliation, you not only swear at them, you assault them, and then you tell them that they got to do the job anyway?
Well, if somebody quoted me for a job without seeing said job and I agreed on price, I don't care what you now need. You gave me a quote. Do the job. That's your problem for not assessing the situation properly. Continue. But I would not assault anybody.
Oh, I was going to say, so this is Nick in another life.
Come in, you tell me, sell me for $54, and then you want to come in and charge me $350 goddamn dollars? No, fuck that. Clean the goddamn carpets and do a good job, and then get the fuck out of my house, you cocksucker.
He should have I would never talk to
you. Get your ass
like
in here and clean this goddamn carpet. You've already fucking...
You've
already delayed this thing 3 goddamn times.
Guess what?
You don't fucking respond to your
I'm
goddamn
an off-duty
phone calls.
firefighter.
I don't give a goddamn if you're
you
an
have
off-duty
you have
fucking
now
cop.
hit me several
I haven't
times.
touched you.
Yeah, so you see that? You're about to get 911 called on you.
Bring them on, motherfucker. Bring them on. Bring them on, motherfucker!
Your carpet's contaminated with pet urine throughout it.
Give a fuck.
From your dogs peeing all over the carpet. You have
You
a
were
roommate.
paid to come in here.
I'm not paid for that. I'm paid to do a basic steam clean.
And that's what I'm asking you to do.
You can't do a basic steam clean on a carpet that's contaminated with pet urine throughout from
You
multiple
are
dogs.
such a lying motherfucker.
From multiple dogs going to the bathroom on it, a medium-sized husky that's gone to the bathroom all over the carpets. All over it. Then
You're a lying motherfucker.
I'm not lying on nothing. I'm not lying about anything. I'm not lying about anything. I'm also
come in here and say, I'm going to charge you $350 goddamn dollars.
call somebody else.
I'm not calling somebody else. I already paid.
You think
for
I'm
you
gonna
to do
think
the
I'm gonna
job.
come back into your house after you've assaulted me and cussed me out?
You are the one that started this bullshit.
I didn't start anything. I come in here to look at the carpets and you start cussing me out.
No.
We're not gonna play that game, Jack.
That never happened.
Yeah, that did happen. I got it on video. I got it on video.
$350.
I'm giving you an estimate to clean the carpets. I'm not saying you got to pay it. Call somebody else, but you're not going to assault me. You're not going to do that. You're definitely.
You're not going to sit there and.
You're not going to
accuse
assault me.
You get.
You're not going to
ass in
assault
there.
me.
Okay.
I'm not getting in your house. You're crazy.
I'm calling Groupon, and then I'm
Call
going to tell
Groupon.
them that you are a crazy motherfucker and trying to charge me $300
Because your dogs went to the bathroom all over the carpet? Because you got 4 bedrooms where the dogs have peed all over the carpet, all over it. all over the carpet. The Groupon's for a basic or a general steam clean. The carpets are contaminated with a pet urine. It's got to be treated for that stuff to come out, sir. I'm not just going to come in and go over. I'm a restoration company. I've been doing this kind of work for 30 years. You're not going to come out here and swing on me, though. I got you on camera swinging on me.
This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
And that is from KarenLivesMatter.ca.
Wow, brutal. Yeah, I'd never talked to anyone like that, but yeah, read your the Groupon or whatever. Like, good Lord.
And in Texas world, both these guys are guilty.
So. All right. Do we got any more? Or are you done?
We'll save more for next time.
All right. So, Nick's bipolar song list this week is actually going to be both country music, if you will. Where is my playlist? Nick's bipolar song list. I hand it. There it is. Right. So this week, from Tyler Childers, Shake the Frost Live. Great song. He's made my list. I don't know if he made this list yet, but I really like the song Lady May by him. That song was recommended to me by Chad's youngest son, G. And then the next song is by Zach Bryan, Oklahoma City. 2 country-ish songs. Love them both, so hope you enjoy them.
Excellent. And movies. From 1978, The Shout. Starring Alan Bates, Susanna York, and the late, great John Hurt. Very interesting movie. Not even an hour and a half, including credits. A traveler by the name of Crossley forces himself upon a musician and his wife in a lonely part of Devon and uses the Aboriginal magic he has learned to displace his host. Alan Bates, the guy you see here, incredible job. That's Susanna York, and we all know John Hurt because we all saw Alien and V for Vendetta and pretty much everything else he's done. So, interesting movie. It might get a bit British at times, but I encourage you to stick with it because the main part of the movie, which is, of course, The Shout itself, it's done very well. It doesn't last for more than a few seconds. Should probably put a rim shot in there if I were to degrade myself by, making fun of myself, but I won't go there. Anyway, number 2, The Big Bus. Ryan recommended this to me from 1976, hour 28. Again, just under an hour and a half. This was a fun movie and deserving of more than a 5.7, I think. A nuclear-powered bus driving cross-country from New York City to Colorado is destined for disaster due to the machinations of a mysterious group allied with the oil lobby. The bar fight in the beginning is reminiscent of slapstick comedy from the 1950s, I think. Overall, good movie, highly recommend, especially if you love movies from the 1970s.
Nice.
Yes, and again, thank you to Ryan for that.
Excellent.
Ooh,
So,
tapes, 2000. Yes. I like the Poughkeepsie tapes, even though I think it's got under a 6 rating on the IMDb. I found it entertaining. Thank you for that.
nice. So it's Thanksgiving for us next week.
Yes.
So I'm heading to Edmonton. But I hopefully should be back for the show. I'm going to go see my son. So
Nice.
on the weekend up there with him. So yeah, I should be back. It'll be close, but should be back in plenty of time. So
We have a friend or two in Edmonton.
yeah, the FBI's there. So that's only one I know that's there. And Susan isn't she? Or she was.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So yeah.
And that's not next weekend. That is the weekend after. 13th,
Yeah, sorry,
14th.
2 weekend. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yes, we thank you all for being here. Those who stuck it out and those who showed up for the moment, those who had to leave early, including Beverly, Frank, Tex, Casey, Bolo, Alma, and Ryan. And anyone else I forgot, I apologize. I am dumb. Hoy ahoy, Ryan. Thank you very much
Ahoy,
for
ahoy.
keeping that going. And people we haven't seen in a while and we hope are doing well. Ginger, Hanama, Overseer, Shlomo, Really, Lady Cora, Junior, Van, Wild Bill, Penny, Jen, Tamara, Amanda, my friends, Sarah and Teresa, our friends, Matt and James, both Trevor's, both Cindy's, both Jolene's, Nathan, Nick's mom, my Auntie Kathy, and shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. And the number one reason for the coming apocalypse, Gloria Pouchfonte's quiche smelling uterus.
Watch out for that thing. It'll get you.
Yeah, it's like a gigantic Venus flytrap, or like the Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour.
And look who just showed up.
I missed the show. Well, the show will be posted once it's rendered on YouTube, probably in the next few hours. But Chow Bang, we hope you're doing well. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Yeah, he was probably smoking too much reefer, and he's like, "Oh, Alex and the Garbage Man. Oh, shit."
The Canadian guys are on. Yeah.
We'll be back though.
We
You can
will.
always catch us in the flip side, the archives, as Brody likes to say on the old show. So yeah, tell people to love each other and be happy and
take
blah,
care of
blah,
each
blah.
other and do all that other crap that we always say every week. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, all that hippie shit.
Bye, guys.
Think before you say something. Think before you do something. Remember, here in Canada, that today is Truth and Reconciliation Day for a very good reason. And the past will always be there, and we should always use it to do better in the future. We shall return next Monday, October 7th. And October being Tex's favorite month, whatever day he wants to show up and talk about horror movies is up to him. I'm sure we'll figure that out at some point.
Yes, we will.
And I'm going to try this new option that we have here with StreamYard. If I click on End Stream, it will play the outro and end the stream. So hopefully it does that. If it doesn't, we take no responsibility.
And we'll just see you next week.
Indeed.
Hey, Mia, you better hide your baby oil. I'm just playing.
You better hide that big-ass forehead.
I was just joking. Whatever.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. We can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
Yo, I'm gonna grab a water. I'm gonna go home.